Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story. Today we're in Scottsdale, Arizona, and Barrett Jackson. You can hear those cars in the background, they're racing around, but we've got a special episode for you today. I'm gonna grab behind the camera because we got Gary Patterson and the boys from Shelby. So Gary, come on up and tell me, who do we have with us today? Who is this to your left here?
Yeah, so Lou, it's all about the people, right?
Right.
So let's just start with Aaron Shelby, Carroll's grandson, and also, most importantly, a real car enthusiast.
For sure.
Right?
Right.
And we've got Vince Laviolette. He's our vice president at Shelby, chief designer. Next to him, we got Rich Rinke. He's the owner of Turnkey Automotive.
And they're the ones working on this car. They'll be the ones building the 36 cars.
They're going to build the 36
Got
cars.
it.
Okay. Then we got his son.
The family, I like that. Yeah.
Jack Rinke. So he is an engineer. Okay.
Yep.
He's a test driver. He's a race car driver.
Nice.
Just like Ken Miles back in '65.
I like him already.
You like that guy?
Yeah, I do.
So, but this
Who do we
guy
have in the
here,
last
the
guy?
big guy,
Yeah.
the big guy at the end, that is Aaron Coalwell. We're very honored to have him at Trans Am. He's the chief tech advisor, and so he's a very big part of this program because as these gentlemen build the cars, he's going to make sure it's going to fit Trans Am specs. So if you go back to 1966, Shelby was very involved in winning the first championship of Trans Am with a Mustang. In '67, the Shelby team won again with Mustangs. So our legacy with Trans Am goes back almost 60 years. So we'll develop the car this year. We'll go Trans Am racing next year.
So we've got the 60th anniversary. Gentlemen, let's split like the Red Sea. Come on back. And let's take a look at our Shelby 2025 Mustang GT350R. Wow, this is the first unveiling of this car moments ago, and you're going to get the chance to see the exclusive interview. So let's take a look at some of our features. We've got the massive rims and rotors. As you can see, the Shelby emblem there. We have GT350 in carbon fiber there. As we work our way down, the always impressive GT350R. No missing that on your quarter panel. And let's come around to the front.
You know, and while we're talking about all those things, Lou, right?
Yeah.
Those are all painted. Okay, so the stripes, the graphics, and everything are also painted on.
Yeah, that is great. I just want to quickly, while I'm here, that's the new GT350, and look, we've got its old friend in the background for this special occasion. So we've got carbon fiber up here, we've got stabilizing there, the big Shelby snake on the front, all the carbon fiber here, wonderful little hood pins here that look fantastic, carbon fiber on the mirrors, and let's walk around to the back. And as we walk around to the back, we have the massive spoiler. You can see the little Easter egg Shelby in there. Beautiful. Look at the carbon fiber weave in that. Just fantastic. The sun's hitting it. Carbon fiber here. And as we look at the back, you can see the splitter in the back right there. One thing I don't want to miss when I was paying attention is that exhaust right in front of the back wheels like a Trans Am car. So we're gonna pop this trunk. Gary, if you'll help me with that, I'll pop that. Can you pick that up? And as we show this in here, we've got all this bracing, as you can see, and they're beautiful. It has all the flavor of the car. Oh, we've got that there. Carbon fiber tub, as you can see there. We've got the sun hitting it. Still has the Mustang, but take a look at the seats that lock you in. And as we look behind it, you can see the roll bar on the inside of it, and the GT, or the Sparco there on the doors there. If I'm missing anything, guys, let me know, or something should be more explained, let me know. We'll close that trunk.
All right.
One other thing go ahead.
You know, the seats right now, we put this together at the last minute, so they'll have the Shelby logo. Somebody reads my mind.
There
right?
we go. The
so that'll be on the seat.
GT350R.
right? So that'll be on there. And the other thing I think that's very important as we talk about these kinds of things, Lou.
Number one.
That's a nice billet badge, by
Yeah,
the way.
number one, by the way, on
yeah,
that.
number one.
And 60th anniversary.
And the 60th anniversary. So a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah.
But the other piece of this is it's also very functional, including the rear diffuser, all that's, you know, air scoops and things like that. But, you know, Rich and Jack, they can talk about this because, like, this carbon fiber wing is not this high, it's not this shape, just because it looks pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Jack did a lot of work behind that.
Jack's background's in NASA.
This guy,
Aaron's
okay, so this guy tells him what he's got to do. This guy makes it happen.
Right.
And this guy runs the whole thing.
That's
You know,
great.
so
yeah.
what the heck, right?
We've got everybody involved.
We got everybody here.
While we have that door open, let me show you this. We've got a beautiful door skin and sill. You can see different patterns there. You've got cloth, you've got carbon fiber, you've got black inserts. This feels very cushy, and yet this feels very firm. You come over here, you've got your door locks. You can see that there. Most importantly, we've got the right amount of pedals for this 6-speed right there. So let you take a look at the interior. And it looks like we've got a clock for lap times down here, right there.
So Lou,
Yes.
I think we ought to have Jack and Rich talk a little bit about that because you
Please.
just talked about lap times.
Come on that side if you
stuff
would.
like that. There's a whole lot more to that box than just getting lap times.
Yeah, come on in, guys.
Sure. So we have the AIM Solo 2 mounted here underneath the dash. This version of the Solo 2 is a GPS lap timer.
Okay.
So when you get to the track, it'll automatically pick up what track you're at and
Yeah.
automatically start
Wow.
logging your lap times so that you can see if you're improving lap after lap. There is another option, the AIM Solo 2 DL. Well, if you're looking for a little bit more in-depth diagnostics, that's also another package we can install.
That is great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's pop the hood, shall we? There's a hood pin pull there. Oh, that's nice. Right there.
All nice carbon.
Now, I understand, Rich, on the engine, clearly we have a supercharged engine here. I know the actual Trans Am car has to be naturally aspirated.
Correct.
But tell me a little bit about this supercharger. How much performance? First of all, what cubic inch are we talking about here?
5 liters.
5 liters, 302.
Yes, Gary would probably be the best guy because he's helped develop that portion of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so the two superchargers, a 3-liter supercharger on a 5-liter engine.
Wow.
Right? So that's what we got to look at. Is you got a double overhead cam, 32 valve Coyote engine. You got a Whipple supercharger that's 3 liters. So not only does it give it a lot of capacity, but if you look at the Whipple design, as we have studied, you know, with the throttle body and everything, it not only makes the power, but with the intercooler system that's in it, that power is much more repeatable. Because if you look at the surface area on that, it's more than twice as large as other competitive superchargers. So it's easy to go out and make a number. It's harder to go out and make the number repeatedly time and time and time again.
Right.
So if you're going to be doing that, and you're going to be on a road course, you want repeatability.
Is that
What
through-
we recognize in our early
Yeah.
gains, Gary and I and Vince talked about, is that we know frontal area of the car is the most useful space and the dirtiest space. So we did some things to, you know, get the airflow through not only the radiator but the intercool areas as well. And if you take a look at this grill, you can see that opening is slightly different than the grill that's over here.
Yeah, I'll feature the two grills.
Yeah.
Let me start there.
And if you look, though, as Vince has done historically, we've got the same Shelby look overall.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's got a little more function to it. So go ahead.
Yeah. So what that does is it helps us stabilize those temperatures throughout the whole, you know, time that they're out on the track, which is very important because in fact when you're running the supercharged engine and those temperatures fluctuate,
Yeah.
you can have fuel pressure compensation issues and whatnot. So we try to get that all stabilized. So we use the ambient, situation to try to correct that.
Vince, I think we should fire it up.
Sure.
Let's leave it open for just a moment. We can close it as soon as I walk away from it. Let me let it idle for a second. I'll tell you when to give it a rev. Oh, you can put the baby to sleep on that.
That's pretty cool, Lou. And you know it's all 50 state emissions legal and running on pump gas.
Go ahead, Vince. Give it a rev. That hood. Guys, let's jump around the car for one last time. Let's jump around the car one last time. We'll close the hood. That is great. Gentlemen.
Sorry.
There we go. Gentlemen, an amazing car. What a beautiful Ford Mustang Shelby GT350R for 2025. I can't be more proud myself. I love the Mustang. Thanks so much, guys, for being on My Car Story.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lou.
You're welcome.